What is going on, everybody? It is Thursday, and I have too many things to look at today. Not gonna get a chance to look at all the FANG stocks. You see my gap scan list is huge here. I haven't looked at it in a second here to see if anything's popped up, and it looks like a few things have. So just things I'll have to take a look at later in the day, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to look at everything. So I'm at about 10 of them right now. But it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting day here. The SPY's pretty much headed straight into a giant downtrend line that's been created from the daily. This one here. So it's going to be right on top of it. So if we can get above yesterday's high day and start holding above it, then we got a solid chance to see some more upside momentum here. But the first thing that I'm looking at here is on DWDP for sure here. Clearly stuck in a range. 54 has been an issue. So I'm definitely thinking that there could be some movement down there. Spread's a little, shouldn't even say a little, really big. Not a single order. Huh, that's kind of weird. Let's see what happens here at the open. I would have liked to see a range break, but there's no volume right now. Okay, SPY pulling up. Moving up so far. Facebook, wow. Facebook with a $3 first minute candle. Blasting off. Facebook with a $4 first minute candle. Jeez. That's huge. Okay, I can't believe there's no volume in this right now. I don't know what we're waiting on here. Okay. Clearly no good shorts in there. MA just broke above the whole number here. So I don't think there's anything there. Wow. So far a whole bunch of nothing. Really got nothing going on. Nothing's even setting up for a good opening range breakout. Well, that's not necessarily true. Have to wait a couple minutes to find out for sure. Don't like what I see here though. WDP still pulling up. Let's see. Just looking for anything that stands out here. Definitely doesn't. Shoot. I don't even know what to do about that either. DWDP coming back. See what's going on down this 54 area. If we get a chance. Well, Apple's kind of losing it here. It's down a couple points. Facebook's still somewhat holding up. Twitter failing. Microsoft bumping up. PayPal holding up. Netflix looking like it wants to drop. Tesla new low a day under 300. I just see him right here. Nope. I think Something funky's going on here. Seen a bunch of hidden buying. Hidden selling too, I guess. Tricky. Alright, we're in opening range break here. Looks like Microsoft is pretty good. If we can get another minute of consolidation. I don't want to take it too early because the SPY is pulling down here at new low a day. Can't get too big. Probably go 250. I'm actually seeing some stuff here. Higher time frame is telling me this is a smart trade. It's pretty clear we're having trouble here. So I don't think I'm gonna have anything on that. Netflix, really interesting. Kind of like a super micro triangle here. Makes sense it's having problems breaking underneath too, because it's really good support. And there's the long breakout. Yeah, Microsoft is failing. PayPal's got nothing. It may just broke out. Maybe something under here in Apple. But same scenario really. Higher time frame, just it's very clear support here. It's only got about 20 cents to go. So I don't think there's anything there either. Nvidia, big pop. Baba really strong here. Where's the ORB? Wow, Netflix had a great long breakout. That is awesome. Wow, Microsoft moving higher. Jeez. Netflix is up 2 points. Baba can be a really good long too. It's getting above a whole bunch of stuff here. Ooh, that 200 is going to be an issue. I told myself that if we can get above 170, it can be a pretty good long. Yeah, it's got to be 170. Taking things right into it. It's definitely not a good idea. Apple coming down. Microsoft trying. Don't like Apple enough. Facebook. Making a cute little triangle. Not enough to trade off of. Could go anywhere. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that either. PayPal might come back here for a view app test. Yeah, it looks like Facebook and Twitter are actually closely correlated. Not to mention the SPY. SPY's about making the same pattern as PayPal here. Came back a little too good. Made the mistake of Baba yesterday trying to trade something literally exactly like this. I mean, this is almost picture perfect of the trade I took yesterday. Came underneath view up a decent amount, and then I bought it back up on the rise above. Spy's pulling back up. Well, that's kind of weird. This is almost the exact same scenario as yesterday. Same time, same pattern, everything. Not looking for a bounce on it. I'll have to wait on that one. PayPal is coming back here. Here's the 30 test. There's one. A little higher doesn't hurt. We'll see where it gets. $43, $45, $50. It's really trying here. There's a bunch of selling now. So I got to 54. So 26 would be where I would want to get in. I'm gonna have to go a little less because I want to get underneath this candle here. So if I start seeing 20s, I'm in this. I'm seeing a bunch of hidden buyers, but they're all getting broken here. There might be a good turnaround. That's a pretty good sign. I mean, I kept seeing hidden buyers there, but they all got pretty stuffed pretty quick. Yeah, we need to start turning around right here. I'd like to see 87, or at least 87.40. All right, we got a shot here. It's definitely not a warning sign situation, but we do need to break away now. And I'm out. Just couldn't do it. Guess the question, is it a trap? I mean, we're not really failing up here after this breakout, so it doesn't really tell me that it's a good trap. Video is interesting. Came back pretty hard, but this one's holding above. I might actually, if I'm not too late. My stop is almost $1 away. I really can't get too big. It's not really trying to break out here though. I mean, it's supposed to be a bounce. It's supposed to tap and go. See if it sets up again. SPY looks like it's getting ready to lose it here and start dropping lower. Not so sure. It got bought back up real nice. SPY attempted, it was like a fake breakdown. It got bought back up right away. There's like a hidden seller here now or something. Got above him. I'm gonna go for this, see if I can get filled. Got filled. 200 stop loss is gonna be underneath this 50 here. SPY looks like it's getting ready to pull up. Definitely got a solid bounce here. I mean, no complaints. We just need to start getting above this 40 for this to really be a good trade. Need 40. There's 40. Looking at 139. Pretty decent start here. Definitely got to give it a chance. Yeah, things are really turning up right now. The rest of the FANG stocks are starting to look pretty strong here too. I will change my stop to, looks like 80. Apple just reclaimed VWAP. Definitely a good sign. Facebook's pulling up. Netflix is just absolutely on a tear right now. Just blasted off. Almost. Very close. Can't tell if that's a hidden seller there or not. Nope. I'm actually going to take 100 off once we get up here. I'm going to do a little bit bigger than a small partial. Really nice move. Take it. Now I'll let the rest tell me whatever it needs to tell me. So I just made back my loss, so that's pretty good. If it does want to pull back, it needs to hold the 40. If it doesn't hold the 40, then I do need to get out. High day, I'll take another 50. We're getting there. I think it just made a penny above it. SPY's really blasting off here. We should see some good movement. 20. Take some more. Hidden buyer just popped up. That was kind of weird. All right, now I gotta leave. I gotta leave this one alone. This is a really good start to this trade. God, why do I do this to myself? I don't want the P&L. I want position state. Must be position state. That's not it. I want the pennies because I need to know if it's moving up or down on me. Position or quantity? I already got my position or quantity. Well, I don't know what happened to it. Dollar value, cost basis. Wow, I don't know. I think I just blew that one though. We're gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to keep it open on a different chart. This PayPal is really doing something funky here. I can't quite tell what's going on right now with it. Big self at the open, kind of creeping back. It's kind of rolling over, if anything. It looks like it's dropping underneath, but we're getting above the moving averages now. So it's a little less than ideal unless it does what? It gets underneath VWAP. Stops close to 89. I don't know. Does that mean it's a good long? 'Cause, I mean, I got a super tight stop right now if it's a long. I mean, it's got plenty of room. But it's worrying me that it hasn't gotten above this 89. We started making lower high. I don't know. I think I just need to stay away from this one for now. Might set up for something later on. Tesla might give me a really good shot here for a VWAP entry. Probably about 298. If it's gonna go, it's gonna go, but might as well just make it the whole number. This could be alright. If it wants to come back and pull back to VWAP here, there could be a pretty solid, pretty good trade in here. SPY's a little strong though. SPY looks like it's getting ready. It got above VWAP, made a new high day, pulled back to VWAP, bounced off of it perfectly, and now it just made another new high day. I don't know if I want to be short anything right now. I don't want to fight the strength. I mean, Tesla's been following it too, so I don't think there's going to be anything here. I do want to pay attention to Nvidia here. And it looks like I should run into trouble right about now. And 140 is going to be some problems. A little bit above 141. It might have till 141. I actually didn't chart Nvidia today. Wow, people are buying. Saw that massive seller at 140 and then to see all that green afterwards. People are definitely bullish right now. Yeah, PayPal is moving up. I'm gonna take some more here because that's just quite the move. I need to keep it in. So I guess the question now, and Tesla actually doesn't look that good for a long anyway. It's well, yeah, no, well, this actually might be a decent long here. Looking at the 60 yesterday, I mean, this clearly is going to be really good support. Okay, this is actually going to be a pretty good long. If we get a pullback to VWAP here, I'm going to go for this one. No idea where my stop is going to be. 298. If it pulls back. Facebook pulling back. Facebook got above, starting to hold above here. See what it wants to do. I can get pretty big. It's gonna be around 60 to start here. This is just the first VWAP test we're seeing, and the SPY's been blasting off. So this definitely isn't necessarily a bad thing here. We could be seeing something. Now I'm seeing a bunch of selling. It's trying to get above VWAP, and it was like there were hidden sellers there. A bunch of buying here, a bunch of buying there. Lots of big orders going through right now. Man, we're just losing it. If we're back above VWAP, I'm in this. because now it's turning into a trap trader scenario. Oh no, it just touched that 62. So 62 is going to be my stop, so about 60, and I'm trying to get 85. Yeah, 350 is right on it. I see high 85s. I saw 85, I need to see above 85 though. Oh, see it. I'm in. Take off about the 50. I'm gonna have to. It's just where it is. So far, perfect start to this. SPY is still moving up right now, really strong. You know what? I might have caught myself in the middle of something here. Ooh, that was weird. It should be struggling, but it's not. It's breaking out. Holy cow, look at that move. The accidental symmetrical triangle breakout play. You get another push high, I'll take some more. Looks like into the 70s, I'll take another 100. If not, this is a pretty good beginning to this. Twitter's also taken off, so that'll help. Wow, okay. Well, that's not a good sign. I'm actually going to take off on that. I really don't like that. I really don't like how it did that. I mean, that's a trap trader scenario right there. That is a total trap. Complete failure on the breakout from this triangle, and to close back underneath here. There might actually be a better short on this. If it looks like a fantastic long and it fails, that just means it's going to be just as good of a short. I have learned my lesson far too many times to not follow up on that. I mean, if it moves higher, that's fine, but with as strong as everything was, I really do not like what it just did. Twitter's still really strong here. This is kind of weird. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing here. I think if it gets underneath this 60, I'm just gonna put in for a stop order. Man, Facebook, yeah, this is strange right now, that's for sure. It's being held up by VWAP. Almost looks like it's starting to lose it. I mean, it had a chance for a breakdown right there. That's weird. I don't know. Facebook's in kind of a weird spot. Now that it just had its chance for a fake breakdown, maybe it's a good long again. Hidden seller here. Looks like it's getting taken out. Stop loss 70. Man, this is just super weird stuff I'm seeing. I don't think I should go for this. I think I should avoid this. Because the SPY's just been on a tear right now. I mean, this is the chance that... Oh, well, there it goes right there. It was the chance that Facebook had, but it just never really followed up with it. I don't know. I don't blame myself for taking off there. That was looking like a trap if I'd ever seen one before. I definitely think I respected the warning signs there. Alright, I got nothing. Nvidia's actually at a spot right now that looks like I might need to get out of this to rest. Unless it starts to pull up right here. Because the SPY's still pretty strong, but NVIDIA just put in its first lower high here, and looks like it's starting to stick, so it's kind of pulling up. Okay, I guess I'm still in this. Depending on what we do right here, we gotta get above right now. Those two pretty big, hefty red candles too. The SPY's not as strong as it was either. I think they're starting to look a little weak. Tick charts are telling me that we aren't as bullish as we once were. Yeah, we gotta make a move here. I guess we are. Oh, SPY, nope. SPY just took off, new high day. And there goes Facebook. Weird. Alright, NVIDIA looks like it's kind of just starting to fail here. It might just be time to exit. I'm gonna make my stop a close underneath, or just a break underneath 50 here. Just seeing some giant red candles. No strength seems to be coming into it, so I just feel like the end's coming up pretty soon here. Yeah, that'll be it for the NVIDIA trade. Alright, Baba is a much better long than a short because it is holding above yesterday's highs. Pretty big on this. Seems to be having some trouble though. I mean, it looks like it's failing to break down right now, so it's trying to move higher. Oh, 61, so 59. Risk reward's just so off. I mean, it's a long way to high day, and the SPY is still blasting off here. There could be something good here, I think. But I mean, my risk, 50 shares would be right at 10 for 200. I don't know. Just the risk reward right now is a little off. SPY is really blasting off here. So that was its failed breakdown attempt. It's getting to the point now where it's a failed break higher though. I don't know. I think I need to take this. It just looks really no. Like where's Baba's strength been the entire time on this? Baba might be holding above a really good level, especially on the higher time frames here. I mean, it's right on it, starting to get above it. But just where is it? I'm not seeing any strength here. Could be right now. There it goes. I'm gonna let it develop. I don't want to buy the breakout on this one. So far it's alright. Some big buys there. I just don't really trust it. I mean, it should have been moving up a long time ago. Man, that sucks. Facebook. Okay, there's some volume coming in here too. Spread's not that bad. Where's my stop? I like the volume. I don't like how it's just not moving. Again, same scenario with Baba. I mean, it should have been moving a long time ago. That'll definitely be an issue. see what happens here. I don't really... I just want to break down. Failed long, good volume on that failed breakout attempt. It just feels off. Shorting against all this right now. I mean, again, it's some of the I'm getting mixed signals right now. I don't know. I'll come back when I see something. Okay, something's going on Netflix right now. It just popped underneath. Having some troubles though. I think I'm actually gonna try and get it at 90 here. The SPY started turning around. There's definitely some kind of funky buy-in going on. I can't tell if he's still there anymore though. The SPY just looked like it was topping out, and it's starting to roll over a little bit. Thought Netflix might have a good scalp opportunity here, but I don't see the same tape action I was. Still struggling though. Low of 94, 91, so it got as low as 91 before getting bought back up. And the SPY's turning around again. Alright, nothing. I'm looking at MA here. I'm thinking that if it fails this breakdown, the SPY's been crazy strong here, but MA doesn't really seem to be following it. I'm thinking there could be a good long here if it fails this, because I got the 50 coming right up on it. We got a new triangle that it made. Had a decent little breakdown here. Really low volume though. Just kind of bouncing, kind of chopping around. See if it gets under 34. It might. Yeah, looks like it's gonna sell off here. Gets back above VWAP. It's like 60 cents a risk. 200. Man, I am pretty upset I didn't get back in that Facebook trade, and that's too bad. That has been nothing but a bullet straight up. Yeah, I guess MA is gonna lose it. It's gonna start dropping here. It hasn't found strength the entire day. The video was kind of interesting at some point. I guess it's kind of a failed breakdown from the triangle. Got bought back up, trying to break out right now. My only issue is while the SPY is still strong, tick's telling me things are still strong here. SPY's entering the point that yesterday's high day, pre-market highs, and there's a massive daily trend line just right on top of price right now. So I'm not thinking that this up move is gonna last, because I mean we have been straight up. I mean, we can't sustain this kind of stuff forever. There's gonna have to be some kind of pullback at some point, and depending on how strong that pullback is, I'm gonna be looking to short the SPY. I guess Nvidia's pretty good breakout though. I don't, not super clean, not close to VWAP or anything. MA might actually be, if it wants to give me a chance here. I could go, well, no I can't. Again, it just touched 5. Man, look at that Facebook. That is unreal. Came back to VWAP, failed to make a new low, new entry, just go for it and ride it. PayPal's struggling here. Looking like a Renko chart. Pull back to VWAP, stuffed. There's gotta be a short here. SPY, I just can't believe believe what I'm seeing in the SPY. Crazy. I'm taking 100 right now. I will add more if we get above and start failing again. I'm gonna get a little early entry here. I suppose that's a failed breakdown. Still think we got a shot here though. I'll add another 100 if we break above this 55 into the 60s and start failing, getting back underneath. See a decent amount of buy-in. Alright, we got above. Holy cow, man. Just a starting position. Come back. I'm not trying to get caught in a squeeze. Jeez, it's not coming back at all. Well, I don't know what to make of that. I mean, we got an engulfing candle, really good volume. Slow pull back up to view app again. Just wanted to get a starter. What the hell, man? What is that? Well, I can get pretty big now if I want to get back in. High 90. Is there no way? I mean, I completely failed that move to go higher. And it still looks good for a short. I mean, it came right back underneath. Close underneath there. Let me see what it does here. Not only is this trend line surely coming into play here, the 9 EMA on the 5 minute is right on top of price as well. There's a short here. It's somewhere. And it's coming. Right here is the spot. I mean, the 9 is right on top of it. We got the trend line right on top of it. Almost feel like shorting in front of this. See what happens. Like, look at this low volume. Hidden sellers. See, Netflix is the only FANG stock that looks like it's losing it right now. The rest of them are just still blasting off. Super, super strong. Things are starting to look a little weaker in the market here. Tick charts are failing to make new highs and they're making lower lows. So see what happens right here. I'm definitely not buying any breakouts. The SPY, I cannot believe we are still moving higher. This is just unreal. PayPal can absolutely fail here still. Problem is now it's got to get underneath this 75 as the last place it held. Facebook is finally making a lower low, or a lower high. Tick's about to make a new low here too. This could be the turning point right now. Might be the top. And PayPal's holding this. I can't believe it. Well, I don't want to buy. Or do I want to buy? It's giving me a pretty good risk reward if this spot's going to hold here. It's really trying to hold this 89 right now. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna see if it's got some more potential for the upside. I mean, again, on the opposite end of things, if it's a failed short, then it just means it can be better long. Stop's gonna be super tight. I mean, it's just gonna be right underneath this. I've seen it hold it twice now. Need to break out above these 15s, it looks like. Have to start taking some off into the mid 30s. There you go, a little push. Maybe we got more. Only mid 30s. start taking some. And looks like the mid 40s, and ultimately $90. Still got no reason to change my stop yet, so hopefully we just keep on grinding. I mean, the SPY's still grinding higher. Facebook's the only thing that finally turned around on the FANG stocks here. But I can't believe it. Tick charts are right at the level that they need to be making a new high. No, I don't know if they are or not. Need to make a new high here. Just had our first red candle after this breakout. Needs to bust out. It's trying, I guess. Definitely nothing to be thrilled about here. We just haven't broken any technicals yet. Just gonna see what happens. SPY is still moving up. Tick. What did tick do? It pretty much matched with its recent highs. We are still not bearish. See if the buying keeps up here in PayPal. I mean, we're starting to go a little sideways here. We really needed to see some big candles here. Into the 25s. There we go. SPY just had another huge chunk up. Looks like Facebook might have found a bottom. Maybe wants to curl up. I still have to respect my stop loss here. It hasn't given me anything yet. I mean, if anything, I guess it's been holding the 10s, but it doesn't make sense to get out right in front of a whole number like that. I'm gonna get ready to get out here. I'm just not loving any of this right now. Until we keep making new highs somehow. Killing me. I'm taking some off. We're so slow right now. Take half off. I mean, there's no breakout here. It's just a slow grind higher. It's only a matter of time until we pull back, but I'll hold the rest. Just not thrilled. Let's see, Baba actually ended up being a really nice short there. MA absolutely failed. Alright, first pullback in PayPal. Let's see where we go. That's not a great sign. That's people also giving up on this trade after a failed breakout. I mean, PayPal just refused to go lower. So, I mean, if it's going to keep making these little breakouts and these pushes higher, then I still think we got a shot here. Unless we're just going to absolutely lose it right now. If I get a pullback to my entry, I'm out. I'm just done. I'm quitting that trade. Not thrilled about anything there. Alright, I'm watching Netflix here. SPY is maybe starting to show signs. It's failing to make new highs and somewhat making new lows and tick here. Just kind of had a failed breakdown here and got bought back up. I do want to see a test above all of this here. Getting it right now. See how high we go here. Touch 35. No one's buying up here. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's just a little too much. Okay, I just started flipping through charts. This is the first one of the ones that I didn't chart. And there's probably something going on here. The 9 EMA on the 5 minute is above VWAP here. I think we might actually want to lose all of this here, but it seems like there's some kind of hidden buy-in going on underneath VWAP. So I'm thinking if we lose this, if we get into, this is all 64, so 62, 61. Could get pretty big. Stop at 82. So yeah, 500 shares. Why do I not want to take this? I mean, no, this looks good. I'm gonna take this. I think the only reason I wouldn't want to take this is just because of how strong the market is. Either way, if I get in, I mean, my stop is clearly in a really good spot here at 82. Not too much volume in that push down, though. That might be holding us up here. That's 48.51. I really don't see why I don't want to take this trade. So that means that I must take it. Not gonna hurt to see a little squeeze here. I mean, if it just fails, then it adds more to my case. So far, so good. Good volume on that though. It could still be a good long too. I mean, for all I know, there might be an entry at the other end of this. We'll see what it looks like up there. Because now this is telling me that we're a little more, well, I guess the location was important on this one too. It tried to break down on pretty good volume and couldn't do it. So we got bought back up on really good volume, and now we're making another attempt at this 80 here. Wow. Tick chart's making another new high. We are still not done moving up. Not a lot by. Oh, there it is, 82. See what happens if it fails this. Spy's turning down here too. Not a lot of selling, so I'm really not too convinced here. There's gotta be hidden selling right up here. Nope, got above it. Jeez, alright. Some other possible opportunities here. Baba came back. Looks like it's getting wedged right on top of that. Had a nice little breakdown, but it's come back pretty good volume here. There could definitely be a trade on this one too. See, it needs to start holding, yeah, right above all this stuff here. Stop might be somewhere around the whole number. Hasn't given me any reason to want to do anything yet though. Definitely just keep an eye on it. Spy's looking a little weaker on the chart here on this push. Maybe now is the time it wants to turn around. Big buys here. Good volume on this come up. Starting to get wedged around VWAP here. You know, if anything, it is giving me a good stop loss right here. Spy's turning around. Stocks are starting to lose it. Here we go. Now we're getting a test. It's alright, it might reset for another triangle here. Got something else new to make. Okay, I'm watching Netflix right now. So we've just been failing completely the entire day here. So we're kind of coming back to this little point right here at this 30. I'm hoping we see a little test above and then it gets stuffed right back underneath here. I'm looking to get pretty big on this. I feel like I can. So there's 40. 2. SPY is making a run for high a day here though, so that's definitely not going to help, but ultimately this attempt on this pullback has been pretty weak. You can see this volume coming in here just really low. Just not much here to do. You see a little more. Just kind of jumbled up right now. It's a little break above and it's kind of still getting stuck here. I'm thinking underneath the whole number is going to have to be where I want to get in on this. We're getting right up on it. There it is. Alright, I'm in. See if we can get some follow through here. $250 on Netflix is definitely really big. So let's see what happens here. So far it's alright. Really low volume, so we're going to need to see some sell come in. Decent move here. Need to see under 50 for sure. Under 50 I know I'm in the green here. Under 50 I'm taking some off. 339.50 is where I'm ultimately looking to get. Take some. Take some O. Take some Mo. Still got 100 shares left here. I'll leave the rest for this low a day test because it looks like we are definitely gonna make a shot for it here. Take a little less off this time because I want to be able to hold this. Because I definitely think we got a really good shot here of if not low a day, even some more. Pull back on me. Come on, better take it. Damn, dude. Really good volume here, so I gotta be hands off. I have to. We got a solid chance here of really making some moves, bouncing right where we should be bouncing from. The next partial I'll take is a break off of this, and then the next is at least around 339. I think we're getting ready to. Got close. SPY's still looking pretty weak here. We failed to make a new high, and tick charts are starting to make new lows here. So I definitely think I'm in the right. We're definitely getting held up here, though. You get under 65. A little bit of a pullback never killed anybody, but just kind of sucks. Gotta go through it. 339. Come on. Ooh, lots of cells right here. That's pretty good. If we're gonna lose low a day, I am definitely in this to win this. If we drop 339 too, bunch of buyers here. We'll see what happens. Sellers take them out. Damn, dude, too slow on these. Told myself I was gonna take it underneath, but I waited for it. I'm just gonna have to wait. Wow. Alright, need to take my eyes off of it. I know I'm in a good spot, I just need to leave the trade alone. No need to fidget with it. So Twitter, actually making a really nice triangle here. I mean, that is super good looking. Okay, this is gonna, it's gonna have to be an entry on the breakout after this. If it's a solid breakout, I can get in after it on a pullback. And Netflix pulled back a decent amount. So far, I'm not thrilled here. SPY's kind of double topping. I don't know, this Twitter's trade's just kind of weird. Let us come back here. There is absolutely a case to add to this. If it wants to come back to 340.50, it's definitely not a bad thing, because that's where it needs to start holding from. Holding underneath. Oh wow, Baba. Somewhat of a buyer stepping up there. Gotta get under him. I mean, 20 is only 2,000 shares, but I don't do enough. Might have to get out of this here pretty soon. We're starting to take a little too long on this pullback. Still great red volume though. We need to hold under 50 for sure. If we can't hold under 50, I'm just going to get out the rest. There's 50. I mean, the market's not telling me that it's strong right now, so this is the spot to add, if anything. Spread's ugly. So far, that's a really nice bounce. See if we can do it again. Yeah, might not even give me a chance. I don't see a big buyer as there once was here. People selling into it. Might be a hidden buyer here. See what happens. Still got a couple minutes to give it. Alright, we're at 50 again. If the SPY starts turning around, that'll definitely increase my chances. It's trying. Yeah, I think I missed my chance. I don't think I'm gonna. Ooh. Well, that's not necessarily good now, because now we're getting back up here after a failed breakdown. So we'll see what happens right now, because now it's pretty important. I'm going for this. It didn't seem to like it. Stop's going to be just right above. Target's 339. I'm holding until it gets there. Hidden buyer. What is the deal? Might be seeing something here. Popping up. SPY's definitely not helping too much right now. But I mean, the case for Netflix itself is absolutely here. I mean, a solid breakdown spot from this area came back to the breakdown area. We're starting to fail, so I mean, the chance is absolutely here. Failing again. If we can get underneath this and hold it, that's the problem. Because last time we broke down, it got bought back up. So now we need to see it's holding. Hold it. Some continuation would be nice. I'll take off 50 once we get to 339. Until then, I am stuck. So we'll just wait and see. Tell you, there's just these hidden buyers. What is the deal? It's at 382, and we got the 86 here, so we need to get into the 70s to get underneath these guys. You're still looking pretty good here. Definitely no reason to get out. SPY's kind of making a turn right now. I'm gonna see if I can get out in front of these people, and then I'm gonna place another stop order underneath him at what, 339? I got filled. We're struggling here. 339, 80, 79. I definitely don't want to give it too much space. So I'll get underneath it here. 150. But these hidden buyers just keep showing up here. I'm just not really thrilled about it. Let's see what we can get. Nobody's selling into them. We got one. We need a lot more. See, we got volume kind of picking up here. I mean, I definitely want to get back into this. I'm just gonna get a little bigger here. Spy's definitely making a case for this breakdown. Ah, don't do that. Don't do that. Big sale there. I'm thinking about getting even bigger. Because there's just no strength right now. People are not buying higher prices. If it wants to test up there again and fail. Here we go. That's nobody. Nobody's taking it out. And there's nobody buying. I'm gonna take off 100 pretty quick. I'm expecting to see a pretty good breakdown. Close. Doesn't seem to be there anymore. Gotta get that break. It's 85. Come on, man, it's right there. Alright, well, now SPY's actually starting to look a little strong again. So we starting to make these higher highs. We're getting tighter and tighter. Tick also didn't make a new low here. So we are holding higher. At the same time, though, Tick isn't making new highs. It's kind of tightening just pretty much the same SPY's doing here. I mean, we're gonna see what happens here in just a minute. Hoping we get a solid breakdown here. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. So let's see, lows 82, 86. I saw some 85s, but it seemed like nobody was selling into them. It's curling up here. Well, it's losing it though. Getting close. Very close. Jeez. Spot's curling back up. Alright, Alright, well, Netflix ended up breaking down here, but SPY ended up making a new high day here, so I decided not to take it. And obviously way too early to tell if it's going to be a good or a bad thing that I skipped it. I mean, there's still a chance to get into it if I really wanted to, but I asked them, oh, this thing is going lower. People are trying to get in. Look at that. Everybody keeps stepping down, stepping down. Those algos fighting each other. But nobody seems to be really selling down here, so it's kind of just in a weird spot. Just kind of stuck here. Good volume on the initial break. I saw tons of huge orders going through, but just no follow through. I'm probably going to call it here in a minute. I'm just going to do a quick run through. Okay, I'm just going to call it for the day. I'm finally going to do my giant Apple trade review. I got like half of it done. I really want to make sure that I can get it finished and record it today too, because I want to do a little voiceover recording and everything on it. So let's see, recap on the day. First trade I took was on PayPal for a short. Let's see, at the open, the SPY pretty much opened even. Kind of drifted lower a little bit till right about here, and no more like here the SPY started taking off and moving higher and never turning around. So at this time the SPY was a little bearish. So I mean, this definitely was not a bad trade at all. I mean, okay, started at the open. Come on. Started off at the open, completely rolled over, came underneath the view app, had a nice little recovery here to it, bounced off of it and the 9, shorted underneath it, ended up stopping out above as it squeezed back up and never really got a chance to get back into it. So just taking the loss, really. Nothing you can do, I guess. I mean, maybe I should have been a little more patient and waiting to see if it's set up for like a trap trader case, because I was still watching it around here for something, but I never really saw weakness after that. But either way, I like the setup. You know, we got up around that 50 twice or something and started falling off and failing. Just don't see anything wrong with it. Later in the day, came kind of stuttered around, really lost it. Really nice volume coming into this down move here. It came back up, tapped once, came up again, failed to reach it, ended up shorting it underneath. Was that 1019? Yeah, 1019 SPY is just still ripping straight up. I only wanted to take a starter on this one. I didn't want to go full size right from the beginning. I figured, you know, if we set up for a trap trader case, you know, I could add back into it or something. But I mean, this thing just squeezed so high. I mean, it just never pulled back. I mean, we got to 50, then 60, then 70, and then 80, and I never got the chance to get out. So I ended up having to cover that thing at close to the top of that move. And then I mean, it almost faked me out again for another trap trader situation here, because it did take underneath all this stuff. Then no follow through. So at that point, I decided I was going to go long. So we actually had a triangle breakout here on pretty decent volume. I mean, it's somewhat above average, but we started holding above this 89 is what really wanted me to take this trade here. We were just holding it, and then I just threw in 400 shares, stopped right underneath at about that 95 right there. And I imagined that this thing was just gonna start, you know, moving higher. I mean, with the SPY, with as strong as everything was doing, but we really just caught none of it. So I mean, we ended up getting into these 30s here, and I just took off half of it because it was taking way too long, and I didn't want to lose any profits on this. Then we just had a quick little stuff right back to the whole number here, and I just said, forget it, I'm getting out. And probably a good call, because it would have ended up triggering my stop anyway. So I mean, I pretty much just, these two trades kind of evened each other out. So the next trade was NVIDIA. NVIDIA had a really nice long on it. Right at the open, big squeeze up, came right back to VWAP, held above it a little bit again, came up, touched it perfectly, and then I got my order in. Looks like just above the whole number here for 200 shares here. So my first partial was I mean, right where it should be. I mean, right in front of the whole number. Took a little more off whenever we made a new high a day. Took a little more off whenever we got above the next whole number. Then I held on to the rest pretty much as long as I could. I failed to make a new high here, stuffed underneath, made a new low. Kind of closed the hammer here, so I gave it a little bit of a chance here. But then ultimately it didn't take off from that point, so I decided to get out. I mean, surely I would have been stopped out over here if I did hold on to it, but ultimately it ended up holding above this high a day here, which is something that I noticed on Netflix, which I think I'm actually going to start looking for these kind of situations a lot more, where it's reacting to levels as opposed to VWAP. I mean, if a level happens to match up with VWAP, you know, it just adds even more cases to the trade. So then Facebook was the next trade. Facebook was a little disappointing, obviously, because I didn't catch any of that, but ended up being a symmetrical triangle breakout here with VWAP. I mean, moving average support right underneath. So I was looking for kind of like a trap trade scenario. So the low of this is 62, and this touched 62 as well. So didn't necessarily break underneath the range, but either way, on the buyback up here, I was definitely all about this. The SPY was actually consolidating. Yeah. Consolidating at high of day, so it kind of pulled off a little bit. I mean, it wasn't super bullish at the moment, but took 350 shares, immediately took off some as we got above this recent high here. Only 100, so I still had 250 left, and I mean, this thing just absolutely faked out. So the weird thing about this is, you see this, so we got 954 here, and then 955. So this 955 candle, close of the 5-minute candle right here. I mean, it was close to this candle right here was that little pullback. If this candle closed where I would have liked to see it close, you know, above the breakout area, above the range, above all these things, but somebody stuffed it down and made it look a little weaker than it actually was, and it absolutely faked me out. I ended up getting out completely because of that. But non-compliance issue, I didn't get back in. It failed to make a new low here, ended up popping up again. I mean, the cases are here to get back in on this thing, and I don't know what I was doing. So I got 56, ended up not doing anything. I really don't know why I didn't get back in on that one. Looks like I was messing with Mo a little bit, and then the final trade on the day was Netflix. So Netflix was really interesting because topped out at 1006. 1006, the SPY wasn't even halfway done with as high as it was wanting to go. I mean, Netflix just totally gave up here. I mean, it just lost everything here. The SPY, I mean, this entire time, the SPY was just grinding up. Not like no pullbacks. It was just, I mean, this chart is just ridiculous. I mean, I just can't believe we got all this strength here. I mean, there was a solid case for a long in the SPY at 268.80, but didn't test it enough times for me to want to get in on it. Anyway, Netflix crashed under VWAP, lost it, came back up, tried to recover it, lost it completely again. Huge volume on this down move. So at this point, I was looking at it right here, and again, I just noticed that these levels just kind of matching up. Previous support becomes resistance. So once we had that little fake push above, I was all over this one. I got 250 shares on Netflix, which is huge for Netflix. So I took some off on our first break underneath this range, took a little bit more off. Took some more off as we progressed along, making new lows. And then I wanted to see this thing get underneath and then at least test 339, and I mean, I got exactly that. But I took that partial off way too slow. 339, I mean, I lost maybe 20 or 30 cents on it. And then came back up to the level again. Previous support becomes resistance, and I mean, it just bounced off of it perfectly. I mean, I saw the ask stepping above, but just nobody was taking it out, so I decided to add into this. But then started spotting hidden buyers down here, and we weren't making any moves. So I decided to cut it really quick, take a super tiny win on it, and put my stop in underneath it. We just went sideways for forever. Ended up ticking above it again, got back underneath it, and then this time we had the real break. I was really good volume too, but I just wasn't feeling it because the SPY at 11:30 here. SPY again, just new high a day, and I mean, the strength was still there, and if Netflix wasn't weak when it should be weak, then I mean, I just wasn't about it. So I mean, that was pretty much it on the day. I think I did really good today. I have no idea what this is gonna look like. It's too big. So yeah, really solid day actually. That's pretty good. I think if you guys haven't ever tried trading without your P&L, I really suggest you do it. Whenever I did it just to see what it was going to do to me, and I think it's actually really making me trade a lot better. Like, I'm really surprised at the difference that it made. I didn't think that it was going to make that much of a difference at all. You know, I thought to myself, like, I'm emotionally capable enough to not let that kind of stuff affect me. But I mean, you really don't know until you try. So if you haven't tried it yet, I really suggest giving it a shot. Give it a week. I mean, you don't need to look at your P&L. There's no, other than to, you know, please yourself or upset yourself. You know, it can go either way, obviously, but you don't, there's no need to look at it. There's no good reason other than at the end of the day just see how much you are up or down. So yeah, pretty solid day today. I think the only trade that I really missed was on Baba. I mean, I was looking at Netflix instead, but I mean, look at that, just it doesn't get much better than that. The only other issue that I had with it was the moving averages underneath it here. But Baba didn't care. Baba, you know, almost the same as Netflix. If the SPY is going to be super strong, the rest of the market's super strong, and Baba just didn't have any of it all day, which is really surprising because Baba's actually above a pretty decent previous resistance, now support levels. I guess it was kind of getting wedged in between. Either way, I'm going to call it here, finishing up pretty good amounts, maybe 400 something. And I'll just be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.